Welcome to my channel Tech Set Go. Even though Apple just dropped the iPhone 17, tech world is already buzzing about the next big thing, the iPhone 18. It's that time of year again, where we all become tech detectives, piecing together leaks, patents, and insider whispers to get a glimpse of the future. But this year feels different. The rumors about the iPhone 18 are more explosive than anything we saw for the 15, 16, or even the 17. We're hearing about a total shakeup of Apple's launch schedule. It's mind-blowing new AI features and a relentless push for design perfection. Let's be real, Apple isn't just making phones anymore. Each new iPhone is a key piece in a massive, interconnected puzzle with Vision Pro, Macs, iPads, and maybe even a foldable device. Every single upgrade sends ripples across this entire ecosystem. So, the iPhone 18 leaks aren't just about a faster chip or a new color. They're clues to Apple's grand plan for a futuristic, AI-powered world. Let's dive deep into the 10 most exciting rumors and figure out what's real, what's hype, and what it all means for us. First up, a huge release date shakeup. For years, we've expected new iPhones in September like clockwork. But credible sources from the supply chain are saying Apple might break its own rules for the iPhone 18. The plan could be to split the launch. Imagine this: a September 2026 event for the high-end iPhone 18 Pro. And maybe even the long-awaited iPhone Fold. Then, a separate event in March 2027 to launch the standard iPhone 18 and a more affordable iPhone 180. This is a massive shift. It seems like Apple wants to give its Pro models the spotlight first, then come back a few months later to capture the mainstream market. From a marketing perspective, it's genius to huge hype cycles instead of just one, keeping us talking about the iPhone all year long. Rumor number 2, the never-ending story of under-display Face ID. We've been hearing about this since the iPhone 13, and it seems the wait isn't over. Leaks suggest the iPhone 18 Pro still won't have a completely invisible Face ID. Instead, the dynamic island is just going to shrink even more. I know, it's a bit of a letdown. But hiding those complex sensors under the screen is a technical nightmare. So, for the iPhone 18, we're likely looking at a smaller cutout, better low-light scanning, and maybe, just maybe, under-display Touch ID as a backup. While it sounds like a small step, a tinier dynamic island will make the iPhone 18 Pro feel even closer to that dream of an all-screen, uninterrupted slab of glass. Third, let's talk design. The iPhone 17 Pro's forged aluminum body and camera bar were pretty striking, but not everyone loved it. Remember Scratchgate? Well, it looks like Apple is doubling down on this design for the iPhone 18, not ditching it. They'll just refine it. Leaked files hint at a stunning transparent or semi-translucent back glass, kind of like a modern take on the classic iMac G3. We could also see a smoother, more polished camera bump, and new colors like deep blue titanium and graphite frost. That transparent back is the most exciting part. Imagine a subtle, glowing Apple logo or status lights for charging and notifications, not flashy, but elegant. Apple doesn't do gimmicks. Rumor 4 is a big one for performance: Apple's very own modem. For years, Apple has wanted to break free from Qualcomm. With the iPhone 18, they might finally deploy their custom-built C2 modem across the board. Why does this matter?
One word.
Efficiency. An Apple-made modem means better performance with less battery drain. This tight integration with iOS could lead to smarter network switching and potentially unlock brand-new satellite features. Beyond just emergency SOS, think basic global messaging without needing a cell tower, tapping into networks like Starlink. It sounds like something straight out of a spy movie, and it could be a game-changer for connectivity. Next, Camera Control 2.0. Apple's camera control button was a cool addition, but the capacitive functions on the iPhone 17 were a bit complex for some. For the iPhone 18, rumor has it that Apple might simplify things. Instead of tricky swipes and taps, we could get a force-sensitive mechanical button, like the old Force Touch trackpads. You'd still get shortcuts like a half press for focus and a full press to shoot. But it would be more reliable and tactile. Apple will probably call it a refinement, not a step back. Now, for the spec that gets all the tech nerds excited: the 2nm A20 Pro chip. This is the holy grail of mobile processors. Built on TSMC's cutting-edge 2 nanometers process, This chip could deliver a massive performance boost and be up to 40% more power efficient. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo even claims this could lead to the longest iPhone battery life ever. With that kind of power, the iPhone 18 won't just feel like a phone. It will feel more like a MacBook Mini in your pocket, especially for AI and AR tasks. Speaking of cameras, rumor number 7 suggests the 48-megapixel sensor is coming for everyone. Until now, the best camera tech was reserved for the Pro models. But reports indicate that the base iPhone 18 will finally get a 48-megapixel stack sensor from Samsung. This means faster shutter speeds, less motion blur, and way better night photography for the entire lineup, narrowing the gap between the standard and Pro models. Of course, some leakers think we might have to wait until the iPhone 19 for this, so we'll see. Let's talk about battery life and charging. Apple has always been a bit slow in the charging speed race, but the iPhone 18 might finally get a boost. We could see 35-watt wired charging, up from 27 watts today. We might also get improved MagSafe and finally reverse wireless charging. Yes, you could charge your AirPods just by placing them on the back of your iPhone. Add in new graphene-enhanced batteries for better heat management, and you're looking at an iPhone that runs cooler, lasts longer, and charges faster. Number 9 is all about the software. The iPhone 18 will be the launch pad for iOS 21, which is rumored to be Apple's most AI-heavy update ever. Imagine a generative Siri that can actually understand and execute complex, multi-step tasks right on your device. We're talking about a private on-device ChatGPT-like assistant. And a ton of new AR features that bridge the gap between your iPhone and the Apple Vision Pro 2. The hardware is just one part of the equation. The AI software is where the magic will really happen. Finally, the boldest rumor of all, the foldable. Will Apple debut the iPhone Fold alongside the iPhone 18 Pro in 2026? Some analysts believe it could happen, potentially under a new name like iPhone Flex. If this is true, it would completely reshape the smartphone market. We'd be living in a world with 2 flagship iPhone families, the classic design and the futuristic foldable. So, should you wait for the iPhone 18? If even half of these rumors come true, we're looking at a truly generation-defining release. From a transparent design and a 2-nanometer chip to global satellite use and a potential foldable, the iPhone 18 is shaping up to be a complete reimagination of what an iPhone can be. The rumors will keep flying, but one thing is certain. The iPhone 18 is going to be a device worth watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next update. See you in the next one.